Welcome everyone to Day 3 of the 34th Annual West Coast Ragtime Festival. I'm Virginia Tishner, the Festival Director. This has been a very challenging and difficult year for all of us. Our musicians have seen their concert tours and other music engagements completely canceled. We're sad that we can't be in person this year. We all miss being together at the Marriott in Rancho Cordova and the excitement of live performances. But West Coast Ragtime Society has prepared a full weekend of special shows and concerts for you to enjoy online. To emulate as much as we can of the actual West Coast Ragtime Festival experience, we've programmed a total of 8 different concerts over 3 days. Today's program features 3 separate concerts, including a repeat performance of the popular Featuring Ragtime Society Orchestra's Stage and Screen Spectacular. In addition, you will find familiar special shows and individual sets performed by our stellar lineup. There will be a 90-minute break between each program. One of our annual festival traditions on Sunday includes featuring a special performer from Yosemite, California, Tom Bopp, who can only appear at the West Coast Ragtime Festival on Sundays due to his Wawona Hotel performing obligations on the weekends. Tom traditionally arrives on Sunday morning. Since it is Sunday now of the West Coast Ragtime Festival, Tom opens our festival today with a couple of Sunday morning pieces.
Well, hi everybody. My name is Tom Bopp. Welcome to the West Coast Ragtime Festival. And because I'm here today, it must be Sunday, because that's when I usually play for the festival. And we must be in the conference room in the hotel. But with all of you here, it feels somehow like home. A lot like home. Anyway, I've got a Sunday song for you. So while my wife Diane and I wait for the staff to prepare Sunday brunch, I'll play you this Cole Porter song. Where's the staff? Here's to the piping porridge, here's to the biscuits hot, here's to the Java pouring like lava out of the coffee pot. Here's to the eggs and the bacon, and here's to the waffles unique. And here's 1,000 cheers for the best meal of the week. For it's Sunday morning, breakfast time, the time all men adore. Why don't the poets go into rhyme and rave about it more? For only then can a man forget the sweat and the sorrow of his baneful lot, as he calmly consumes his toast and boast of Arthur Brisbane. Breakfast time on other days means bolting at fever heat, but on Sunday morning there's the time that a man has time to eat and eat, that a man has time to breakfast is served. Here's a Sunday song for you. Here's a Sunday song for you. My grandfather used to sing this. It was written in 1907, and it was sung and recorded by Billy Murray. I bet you can find that on the internet somewhere. There was a very wicked man, I knew him when a lad. I've never met his equal telling lies. He seems to take delight in doing everything that's bad, but he thinks he'll go to heaven when he dies. When but a child, he robbed his dear old grandma in her sleep. He stole 3 golden teeth out of her jaw. He's been a kleptomaniac since he began to creep, but the neighbors think that he's all right because he goes to church on Sunday. He passes round the contribution box, but meet him in the office on a Monday. He's as crooked and as cunning as a fox. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, he's just robbing everybody that he can. But he goes to church on Sunday, so they say that he's an honest, say that he's an honest, say that he's an honest man. Thanks, Granddad.
You'll get to hear more of Tom later this afternoon. We turn now to another important festival tradition on Sunday, the youth concert. Here's Chris Bradshaw, West Coast Ragtime Society's Youth Program Coordinator, with a message from West Coast Ragtime Society's Board of Directors.
Welcome to the West Coast Ragtime Festival Youth Concert. These gifted youngsters are brought to you by the West Coast Ragtime Society and supported by donations from fans like you. Thank you.
Here's how you can help support the musicians featured in this year's online West Coast Ragtime Festival. 100% of the donations received will support the musicians featured all weekend. There are 3 ways for you to donate to West Coast Ragtime Society. First, you can donate to us using PayPal. You can get there from the West Coast Ragtime Festival donation page or by going to the festival's page on PayPal using the addresses shown on screen. You can also make a donation to us by credit card. Please call area code 415-891-3096 to donate using a credit card. Our festival staff is available throughout the weekend, during our live broadcasts, in between our live broadcasts, and 1 hour after our broadcasts to accept credit card donations over the phone. That's Friday, November 20th, 3 to 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, the 21st and 22nd, noon to 9 p.m., Pacific Standard Time. Lastly, you can make a donation by check at the address displayed here. West Coast Ragtime Society, P.O. Box 13346, Sacramento, California 95813. All this information is also available on the Facebook and YouTube page for each concert. We greatly appreciate all your support. Before we begin our program today, we have a special message from a dear friend of West Coast Ragtime Society and the ragtime community. Please welcome Mr. Max Morath.
The 2020 West Coast Ragtime Festival has arrived with 2 labels, one a minor footnote, the other, happily, a major. The minor footnote: the festival is not held this year in Sacramento at the Rancho Cordova, but it is still teeming as usual with ragtime fans and players. The major change: it continues to be a cascade of great ragtime, performed by pianists, old and young, performing virtually on the web. Hi, Max Morath here. Sorry that we won't be in Sacramento. This year the Ragtime Festival is billed as virtual. That's a word with 2 definitions. Both fit this 2020 event perfectly. A virtual festival means one that happens, but not like always, and one that nevertheless, according to Webster, remains an event of particular moral excellence. In other words, the 34th WCRF is taking place in November as usual, but this year it's on your computer screen. Welcome! Looking over this year's roster, I am reminded of the words of Ragtime's longtime champion Bob Darch. He said, "Ragtime dead? Hell no, it ain't even sick." This year we have 52 performers, ages 14 to 77. Rags old and new, composed from 1899 to last week. Our players come from California to Hungary and everywhere in between. It's 2020. Ragtime is old, but as always, it's brand new. It is piano music for both hands, 10 fingers, and a tapping toe every so often in 2/4 time. Ragtime is not easy, but it rewards the challenge with satisfaction, pride, and endless joy. Here we go.
Thanks, Max. Another of our festival traditions for many years now is for Jeff Barnhart to act as MC of the youth concert. Take it away, Jeff.
Hello, everybody. Jeff Barnhart here, and what an honor it is to once again be asked to MC the youth concert. We've done it in person, now we're doing it online. And that's all right, because nothing's going to stop these young people from having fun, from creating, from moving forward, and from keeping our music going. We're very honored that so many people across the country want to be a part of our ragtime music, America's first great music. So what a delight. It's always so exhilarating. I'm so sorry we can't be together to watch them in person and feed off their energy and give them our energy. But really, these young people know about all this digital stuff and this virtual stuff way more certainly than I do. And probably more than most people in their 30s through 130s do. So let's sit back and just revel in enthusiasm, in excitement, in faith, optimism. This is a very important part of this weekend's event, and I think a very important message for all of us. Let's enjoy. We welcome Jade Anderson. This is her third time performing for the West Coast Ragtime Festival, and like all of us, her first virtual festival. I've had the pleasure of teaching her during the annual masterclass, and I know that she's going to play beautifully. She always does. She's currently 15 years old, attends the Sacred Heart School, and is a sophomore. What she likes to do when she's not playing piano, she loves to hang out with friends when she has the time, read, write, and bake. She isn't sure what she wants to be when she grows up, but she does have an interest in marine life and has attended the Monterey Bay Aquarium program. I know you will absolutely enjoy every note she plays, and I'll be listening right along with you. Here comes Jade.
Hi, my name is Jade Anderson and I'm 15 years old. I'm a sophomore at Sacred Heart Prep and I live in Alameda, California. This is my third year playing for the Ragtime Festival, and I will be playing Busy Fingers by Sets Confrey. It's a family favorite and a piece I've wanted to play for a while, and my dad actually wants me to play it with exaggerated body and hand movements, but I told him that I actually want to play it well. I hope you enjoy as much as I do. shuffling. I've actually played this piece many times before, but all of those times I was stomping on carpeted floors. Now I have the right shoes and I am stomping on tiled floors, and I hope you enjoy this piece. It's a piece I wanted to learn for a long time ever since I heard it for the first time at the West Coast Ragtime Festival. I heard an older student play it at a master class, and I found it very beautiful and interesting, and I hope you do as well.
have to say that it's very interesting this year. In the past, over several years, well over 10, that I've been able to be the MC for the youth concert. I've been able to see them in person, sitting there, getting ready to play, getting up there and playing, and relieved after they're done. Just the different feelings and emotions going through them as someone else is playing, as they're preparing to play, as they come up. It's a lot different this year. So I'm as excited as you because I'm not sure what's going to happen. Our next performer is Isaiah Burton, and he plans on doing a tribute to UB Blake. He's 15 years old. He's homeschooled, and he's at the 10th grade level currently. Isaiah also likes to, when he's not playing piano, hang out with his siblings, play guitar, play basketball, and listen to music, especially piano music. Yeah, Isaiah. When he was asked if he had any off-the-wall talents, he replied, "I can solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube under 8 seconds, and I can fold modular kusudama origami." I have to say that during this whole time of things we've never experienced before in our lifetime, never did I think I would be saying modular kusudama origami and getting it right. I'm not even sure I got it right. Maybe it's kusudama. Hey, I don't know. But I do have a note, no doubt provided by Isaiah. Kusudama origami is origami made of several identical folded units that are glued together or sewn together to make a spherical shape. Kusudama is often considered a precursor to the modern genre of modular origami. I couldn't say modular origami. What does Isaiah want to become as he enters into adulthood? He'd like to be a professional musician. And I'm sure with what you're about to experience, he has a splendid future ahead of him. Because at this age, he has no past. Welcome, Isaiah Burton.
Hello, my name is Isaiah. I've got 2 rags here ready to play for you today. First up is the Chevy Chase Foxtrot Rag by James Hubert Blake. now I'm going to play for you a rag by William Bolcom that was written as a sort of homage to U.B. Blake, the composer of the Chevy Chase I just played for you. This is William Bolcom's 1971 rag titled Night Hubert.
Hope you were tapping your feet listening to this amazing young musician share with you. It's just terrific. Our next performer is Devin Cheng, and he's from Chico, California. On November 22nd, he's 13 years old. He's in 8th grade at Marsh Junior High in Chico, and math is his favorite subject. When Devin was asked, what do you like to do besides play piano? He replied, swim, read, build computers, and program. Presumably program on the computers that he's just built. No underachiever, this guy. What's the off-the-wall talent? he actually is pretty good at competitive swimming. When asked what he would like to be when he grows up, Devin answered, "I would like to be a computer engineer when I grow up." That takes a lot of time. So I hope that Devin never loses his passion or his enjoyment of the piano. Here we go with Devin Cheng. Enjoy his piece.
Hi, my name is Devin Cheng, and I wrote this piece when I was 10 years old. Its name is Playtime. I hope you enjoy.
Wow, wasn't that great? Terrific stuff. Eileen Chi is next. She's from Martinez, California. I probably said that as a Connecticut person would. Martinez. Martinez? I think it's Martinez, California. 14, she attends school at College Park High School. And besides playing the piano, she enjoys playing the violin and also likes to read and draw in her spare time. When she gets to college, she is thinking about majoring in computer science. We have a lot of really smart young people on this program tonight. And I'm still trying to figure out how to say yes and no in Italian. Anyhow, enjoy Eileen. Here she comes.
Hi, my name is Eileen Chi, and I'll be playing the entertainer by Scott Joplin.
such terrific stuff. You know, I'm listening to all of these young people perform, and I go back to what was I doing at their age, you know, between the ages of 14 to 19, and I blush. Luckily, Mom always had bail, so it all worked out. Well, let's go to Chris Lowe. Chris Lowe is from San Leandro. He's 14 years old, in the 9th grade at the American Indian Model School. He likes math, and he studied piano for 8 years. In addition, when he's not playing piano, he likes to play games, read, and watch TV. I know that he's not going to be doing any of those 3 things right now because he's going to play beautifully for you. So here's Chris Lowe. Such fantastic playing. Doesn't it do your heart good to hear all of these amazing young people share their passion, their time, their talent with you? So glad you've tuned in to what I think is probably the most important part of the entire weekend. Nothing against all of the antiquated, desiccated, older musicians like me. You know, I remember when. No, I don't. Anyhow, it's time for, now I'm going to work on getting this name correctly. Omar Rasidagic. I really hope I did okay. Omar Rasidagic is 19 and is taking a gap year before college, which is a good thing. He decided to do that this year with COVID. Yeah, smart to do that. Besides piano, he loves to collect 8mm silent films, and he loves watching and accompanying them. And I'm so glad you're doing that, Omar. I do a lot of that. Frederick Hodges does a lot of that. There are many performers who do it. Each one of us puts our own stamp on it. Very cool that you enjoy the silent films and that you love accompanying them. I look forward to actually having an opportunity to hear you do that someday in the future. So as for an odd talent, Omar replied, I like to do random voices and impressions. And he'd love to, as he continues, enter into education, specifically history, Latin, or literature. I think you ought to combine them all. Why not have an education degree in the history of Latin literature? At any rate, I know Omar is going to wow you. And so take it away, Omar. Young Andrew Sacks is 17, and he's back from my part of the world, from, I'm going to try and get it right, Mamaroneck, New York. I hope he'll let me know if I did okay with that. He attends the Mamaroneck High School as a senior, and the best thing he enjoys is seeing his friends and taking all the classes that are his favorite classes. He collects original ragtime era sheet music. Now, 50 years ago, that was an easy thing to do. Now, those things are rarer than hen's teeth. So he probably goes on eBay and all that stuff, but he's collecting, which is great. He has flown a plane a couple of times. I wonder if he can drive yet. In his words, so my grandfather's friend owns an airplane, and he used to fly us to my grandfather's house in the Hamptons when I was much younger. Long story short, we've stayed in contact, and every once in a blue moon, he takes me up in the plane with him and recently let me control it from the co-pilot seat. I had done flight simulations before, and he thought I did a good job. We're glad he did, because he got back down to play this show for us. When he grows up, he would like to be something along the lines of engineering or architecture. And you might remember him because he was in the last festival last year but he overslept and never made it to the youth concert. Already, I know he'll be a success. Only the brilliant people have that happen to them. Anyhow, enjoy Andrew Sacks playing. I know I will.
Hi, I'm Andrew Sacks, and the first piece I'm going to be playing is Searchlight Rag by Scott Joplin. Scott Joplin was dubbed the King of Ragtime after his hit publication, The Maple Leaf Rag, followed by countless others including The Palm Leaf Rag, and his so-called masterpiece, The Cascades. So here's Searchlight Rag from 1907. The next piece I'm going to be playing is a novelty from the 1920s. Novelty piano became very popular after Zez Confrey's hit publication, Kitten on the Keys, followed by Dizzy Fingers. And in 1926, Arthur Schutt wrote Blowing the Black Keys, and that's what I'll play now.
Wasn't that exhilarating? How beautiful to hear these amazing people make such amazing music. The youth of our ragtime world continue to wow me. Now, this next fellow, I feel as if he and I have a really long history. Ironic because he's only 19 years old, but I've kept running into him. I've had the pleasure of giving him master classes on a few occasions. And I know you're going to enjoy the music of Anthony Sarginson. Now, he's a freshman majoring in music composition at California State University in Fresno. And he's involved in lots of different activities. He's part of the Composers Guild at his school, which is basically a club of composers who share their work. And then they have master classes and guest speakers join and give them tips to enhance their skills. When he's not doing that, he loves photography, traveling, and collecting sheet music. It's all these young people collecting sheet music. There won't be any left for old people like me. There are certain questions that Chris Bradshaw, and a shout out to her for all the great work she continues to do with the youth and programming and continuing to get the word out about ragtime to young performers across the country. So she had some questions. When asked if he had any off-the-wall talents, Anthony answered, "Not sure if this counts, but I'm left-handed." Well, I am too. Now this is reversed. Einstein was, Harpo Marx was. There are a lot of important left-handed people. Compliments can be left-handed. At any rate, Anthony, I'm glad you're left-handed. Do you have a driver's license yet? And he answered, "Not yet, but I have my permit." See, this is the thing. He's 19. He doesn't yet have a driver's license. He's too busy being creative and producing to cruise around in a car. Good on you, man. What would you like to do when you grow up? Anthony answered, "I'd like to get into writing film scores professionally." Sounds cool. Anything else you'd like to add? He finished up with, "I just recently set a personal goal to learn several languages from around the world." I have to share a personal note for a moment. I tried 10 different languages and I failed each one of them. Spanish, German, Russian, Hebrew, the list goes on and on. I'm now trying Italian on Duolingo. I'm going to give a shout out to them as well. Even I am beginning to figure it out. And my wife is Italian, so I'm going to start being able to understand her. In the meantime, while I go back to studying my Duolingo, let's enjoy the artistry of Anthony Sargenson. Take it away, Anthony.
This is called When You're on Your Last Go-Around. Here's a melodic Tom Breyer piece called Calamirna Rag.
ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our fantastic youth concert with that amazing performance. And wow, I'm going to quote old Bob Darch. Whenever he was told by somebody he was playing music that was dead, he'd look at him and he'd say, "Ragtime dead? I didn't even know it was sick." Well, it was proven today during this concert, it sure is not. I know you enjoyed, I certainly did. And so on behalf of all of our performers, Jade Anderson, Isaiah Burton, Devin Cheng, Eileen Chi, Chris Lowe, Omar Rasidagic, Andrew Sacks, and Anthony Sargenson, please note that I listed them in alphabetical order because each was as wonderful as was the previous and the next. They were all great. I thank you, and they thank you. Thanks for your support. And I should mention that in addition to your viewing support, what you're seeing all weekend long is donation-based only. That's where all the proceeds are coming. And so any proceeds remaining after the production expenses have been met will be shared by the performers you're enjoying this weekend. So if you're used to attending the West Coast Ragtime Festival, consider perhaps donating what you might have spent had you been able to go. Or, okay, half of what you would have spent, a portion. I mean, after all, you're not seeing all of me right now, although I do ensure you I'm fully clothed. We would appreciate it if you would consider supporting the music monetarily as well as with your ears. That helps the musicians continue to do what we all love so well and keeps the music going as well. So you're definitely a part of this. Before I continue and sound like I'm in some sort of a PBS telethon, I'll just say one more time, enjoy the rest of the weekend. And thanks so very much for supporting the West Coast Ragtime Festival and especially this youth concert that we've all had such a great time enjoying together. Take care.
The great performers presented in this year's online version of the West Coast Ragtime Festival are being compensated solely by donations from viewers like you. 100% of the donations received will support the musicians featured all weekend. There are 3 ways for you to donate to West Coast Ragtime Society. First, you can donate to us using PayPal. You can get there from the West Coast Ragtime Festival donation page or by going to the festival's page on PayPal using the addresses shown on screen. You can also make a donation to us by credit card. Please call area code 415-891-3096 to donate using a credit card. Our festival staff is available throughout the weekend, during our live broadcasts, in between our live broadcasts, and 1 hour after our broadcasts to accept credit card donations over the phone. That's Friday, November 20th, 3 to 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, the 21st and 22nd, noon to 9 p.m., Pacific Standard Time. Lastly, you can make a donation by check at the address displayed here. West Coast Ragtime Society, P.O. Box 13346, Sacramento, California, 95813. All this information is also available on the Facebook and YouTube page for each concert. We greatly appreciate all your support. Thanks to all our talented youth performers and to MC Jeff Barnhart. I hope you all enjoyed our youth concert today. Let's all take a 90-minute break and we'll be back soon for the Sunday afternoon concert featuring more of Tom Bopp, along with Adam Swanson, Matt Tolentino, Larissa Migachoff, Chris and Jack Bradshaw, Michael Chisholm with guest Julia Riley, and Richard Dowling. The Sunday afternoon concert will be emceed by Michael Chisholm.